Hello ladies, how we doing? Happy Friday. Hope everyone's doing awesome. All right, sorry I didn't give notice. I'm actually just at my girlfriend's place, and well, the beauty of being able to work from anywhere at any time, I thought I'd hop into our master bathroom really quick and do this video because it's been weighing on my mind, to be honest. I notice that in the groups, and myself and other leaders are noticing this actually, that there seems to be more and more negativity coming out, okay? And I just wanted to address this because I love you all. I know that we have great days, we have good days, we have bad days, we have terrible days. You know, we're all human, right? Okay, so we all have a right to our feelings and those emotions, okay? But first off, let's talk about the power of positivity, okay? And what it can do. Well, for starters, positivity actually reduces stress, okay? Isn't that a wonderful thing? Because we already have enough stress in our lives, don't you think? So why not do what we can to reduce the stress? I mean, a lot of us know the fact that, for example, Mondays, I mean, the beauty of us working in network marketing is, for instance, Mondays in the corporate world, the heart attack rate goes up 40% every Monday, okay? Why? That's due to stress. Hey, Megan. Hey, Derry. Hey, Krista. Okay, so let's do what we can to reduce stress, and that is by staying positive, being as positive as we can, okay? Number two, it's gonna create harmonious relationships, okay? So you ever notice that if you're having a bad day or whatever, or like, you know, it could be your husband, your kid, whatever, you're just in a bad mood. Maybe it's that time of the month, who knows? But, you know, you just kind of find yourself being like a little nitpicky, okay? And every little thing that person does, I mean, that person could sit there and their breathing could be bothering you, right? Okay? That's because, you know, you're just having negative feelings that day, or you're kind of in a negative rut, okay? So what being positive does, it creates harmonious relationships. So with that meaning, it means that you're going to start to notice the good qualities, the positive qualities about people, okay? You're not going to be bothered by the breathing, or maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe if your husband snores or whatever, okay? And it's true, what you put out into the universe is what you're going to get back, okay? So you put positive thoughts, positive feelings, positive actions out, you're going to get those back, okay? Number three, better coping skills, okay? When you're thinking positively, when you're maintaining your positivity, and don't get me wrong, everybody's human, okay? We can't do this 1,000% of the time. Hey, Crystal. But you know what? If we make it a decision and a commitment to do the best that we can, hey, ladies, you know, it's going to give us better coping mechanisms and skills, okay? So you're going to be able to overcome those obstacles even better, okay? So once again, going towards, we've talked about it before. I did a video a while ago, probably about a year ago, bad days versus bad minutes, okay? You are what you make of your day, okay? You have the power to make your day absolutely wonderful. You have the power to make your day the worst day in the world, right? Okay, so that's where it comes, a bad day versus a bad minute, okay? If you're thinking positively and maintaining your positivity as much as possible, maybe that bad day is just going to be able to turn into a bad minute. Because really, why even give the satisfaction of that thought or that negative feeling or that negative action or recourse for a full bad day? It doesn't deserve a bad day. Maybe just like give it a minute and get over it. I mean, that minute is such a small portion out of your life or out of that day. That minute is such a small portion out of the 24 hours that you have in a day. And we all have that same 24 hours. So why waste it, right? So number three, more courage, okay? Fear comes from negative thoughts. If you've built yourself up in others' positivity, well, guess what? That cup is full. There's no room for fear. And you're going to feel stronger and more resilient, and that you can take on the world. So what does positivity mean in the groups, okay? And why do we do it? So, you know, encouraging others. Imagine if it was your first time in the group and somebody was complaining about back orders, or, you know, and even in chats as well too, or, you know, the words or the phrase, I can't. Let's get rid of the phrase, I can't, because guess what? In that phrase, there is that phrase, I can, okay? You just got to get rid of the nt, okay? That word or the phrase itself says, I can. So once again, flipping your frame of mind, changing your perspective, okay? making that into an I can, making it into a positive thing. But when it comes to the groups and the chats and stuff, think about it. If it was like your first day, step back for a minute. Would you want to be part of that group? Would you want to be part of that chat? Think about it that, you know, you were just welcomed into the sisterhood. You're told about how awesome the sisterhood is, and you hop into this group of this chat, and people are like, I can't, or back orders, or this, that, and the other, right? Okay, guys, I get it. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Brittany. I get it. We all have good days. We all have bad days. But the thing is here's a great rule of thumb, and I absolutely love this. When you're feeling up, go down. When you're feeling down, go up. And what I mean by that is we have sponsors, we have leaders, we have Y sisters, okay? It doesn't matter what status level, across the board, sideline sister, whatever, okay? We have friends, we have family in this company that are there to help us, and we lean on each other and we're there for each other. But a good rule of thumb is when you're feeling up, so you're feeling all that excitement, you're having an awesome day, you know, you have something super exciting to share, you're feeling on top of the world, guess what? Share that with your team. Go down. Share that with your team. Share that excitement, okay? Now, what happens when you're feeling down? Well, that's where the rule applies. The opposite. You go up. You go up to your sponsor. You go up to your confidant, okay? That's what we're there for. That's what we're here for. That's what you're here for, okay? When you sponsor somebody, it's basically signing that contract, okay? You're signing a contract with that person to nurture them, to help build confidence, to help build themselves, right? There's going to be a roller coaster ride that comes along with that. So, you know, that's a good rule of thumb, and I love that because we're all human and we all need to vent sometimes, or maybe, you know, we're kind of feeling like stuck or something like that, okay? And, you know, there's a few leaders that I go to as well too when I'm feeling stuck. I mean, I'm not going to post it in the group, right? So let's talk about chat messages. So I noticed, for instance, in the circle chat recently that a few people have left, and I did a census, okay? I reached out to everybody and I was like, what's going on here? Like, why? What's making people not stay? Well, the thing is the thing that I got was one of the groups was, well, a couple of the groups actually became very negative. So let's try to keep that as positive as possible, okay? If you're feeling down, send a private message to your sponsor, to a trusted Y sister, okay? And talk to them, okay? Number 2, using less voice messages. Now, I'm totally guilty for this, guys. I love voice messages. It saves fingers, okay? A lot of times my brain moves way too fast for the speed that I can type. And the fact is, well, I pretty much need my own dictionary. So I, you know, tend to leave vowels and stuff like that out, right? So like I said, I'm super guilty for that, but keeping voice messages to a minimum, because I know, for instance, when I got a day got off work for the day, I go into the chat group and there'd be like 8 or 9 messages in voice, and that's a lot to catch up on. And when you have 3 or 4 people doing that, right? And the fact is that a lot of the questions aren't getting answered, or the message is getting conveyed, because people look at it and they're like, I don't have time to listen to all of that. Whereas if it's just words, then we convey what we need to say, and people can have a quick read. You can do your point notes or whatever, and people can kind of get the gist of what's going on. So I'm going to suggest that we keep voice messaging in our chat groups to a minimum, okay? Because it's going to limit the notifications as well too, and it's going to limit people feeling overwhelmed. Because like I said, I'm also I'm guilty for sending voice messages, but I'm also guilty for feeling overwhelmed as well too. Also, number 3, I suggest that we keep it to income producing activities, okay? It's great to get to know each other. It's great to chit chat back and forth, but once again, limiting those notifications, okay? So it doesn't drive everybody nuts. We don't want people turning off notifications. I don't want to turn off notifications because there's so many pings and dings. I love when there's pings and dings, but you know what? We got to keep we're all here to run a business and grow our businesses, right? So, you know what, feel free to chat and stuff like that. But, you know, within the chat groups and stuff, especially when you're getting 30 and 40 people, let's try to keep it to, you know, like business-minded, income-producing activities, okay? That's going to help you grow. That's going to help all of us grow, okay? Because time is money, money is time, and time is something you're never going to get back, okay? You can never buy back that time, okay? So we want to use it wisely. Also, 2, self-education. I got the comment that a lot of questions were being asked before people would actually, it seemed like, go look for themselves. Well, first off, guys, we have our files tab, which is like, I don't even know, full of so many files from start to beginning to help you out in the 3D group, as well as our other leaders have tons of files as well too. But also, you know, Google is a great thing as well too. When I first started, it was so hard to get a 3D fiber mascara picture. Now you could look up, like the kudos could come up out at 9 o'clock in the morning, and by like 9:30, there's pictures on Google that you can find in some information, okay? So, you know, self-education, and also too with that, I think it builds confidence within oneself as well too, because if you're going to go out and look for it, first of all, you don't have to wait for somebody to get back to you. You can go do some legwork on your own. And then guess what? If you can't find the answer to your question, then, you know, by all means, ask your leader, ask your upline, ask your Y-sisters. Feel free to post it in the 3D group. And, you know, we just want to make sure that we're not asking the same questions. Because like I said, once again, when you get 30, 40 people into a chat, and the same questions are being asked all over again, right? It does tend to bung up that chat quite a bit, okay? So yeah, so that was just kind of like, you know, my take on positivity, the power of positivity. Let's keep everything positive, guys, okay? Like I said, if you're feeling up, share it with the world, share it with your team, go down your team. If you're feeling down, well, you know what, then private message somebody, okay? Keep it private. Everybody has a right to have, you know, some negative feelings, whatever they're going through. You have a right to your feelings, and we're here to support you. So feel free to message me anytime. I'm there for all of you, okay? And yeah, I hope that this helps. Okay, guys, talk to you later. Bye.